Hey, if like me you have an autoimmune disease and you are simply too tired just at the idea of changing your diet or exercising to beat fatigue, I have something for you. My name is Vanessa, the founder of Nessa's Ways. I was 25 years old when I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Since then, I've put a decade's worth of research going through trials and errors to find what really works when it comes to overcoming MS. Today I have a mission. I'm going to do everything within my power to help other people with autoimmune disease to do the same as me, which is thriving despite the disease. If, like me, you have a burning desire to stop this feeling of being powerless and overwhelmed, if, like me, you want something more than a life with constant pain and fatigue, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification because I have so many things to share with you and you don't want to miss it. But back to the topic of this video. Do you tend to pay attention to any unusual sensations in your body, any movement that seems suspicious? Do you see the list of things you should be doing growing up and you can't even get started? When you go shopping, do you end up buying whatever is convenient and quick just to go back home faster? On the rare occasions when you go out with your friends or family, you only want to go home. Your heart is no longer in it. The anxiety about your future and the evolution of the disease take up too much space. Even taking a shower makes you tired. And then there is always a little pain here or there that reminds you that you are not like you used to be, that you are sick, and that this disease is incurable. Stress and worry keep you awake. The fact is that stress is one of the main causes of chronic fatigue and can leave you feeling exhausted no matter how much you sleep or rest you get. When you have multiple sclerosis, it's not just a stress that causes fatigue. The fact is that stress adds to the fatigue already caused by neurological interference that requires the body to expend more energy than necessary to do a simple task. So all in all, letting yourself be overwhelmed by worries only makes the situation worse. To sum up, there are two parameters to the problem of fatigue in people with autoimmune disease. The fatigue generated by the disease itself and the fatigue created by stress and excessive worry. Today, I propose to work on the fatigue related to stress. The main key to regaining vitality is simply to reduce stress. Easier said than done, you may say. You have probably heard that meditation is best when it comes to overcoming stress. Nowadays, there are countless resources available to invite meditation. From relaxing music to an app on your phone, from video to face-to-face classes, your options are endless. Maybe you are like me, and the idea of trying to stop your thoughts seems completely unsurmountable. Maybe you just think, it is not for me, it's not like me. Sitting cross-legged with your eyes closed is not something you're used to doing at all. And usually, when you close your eyes, since you've been diagnosed with the disease, you simply close your eyes and you fall asleep. And therefore, you will never get there. I'll just digress for a moment to tell you that the objective of meditation is absolutely not to stop thinking. And that sitting down and closing your eyes is not the only possibility. But I will talk about this in another video. In the meantime, having practiced meditation, I can tell you that while there are clearly benefits, it is not a miracle solution to stress and anxiety. Life goes on, worries and hassles never stop, whereas meditation is only practice for a moment, at a given time, when you decide to put a life on pause to dedicate a moment to yourselves, just for yourself. You've also probably heard that exercise is a good way to relieve stress. But depending on your fitness level and your symptoms, this may not always be an option for you. Not to mention that you may have never really exercised in your life because you just don't like it. And yes, there are different types and levels of intensity in sport. So some people may have told you repeatedly that you could try a gentle sport like yoga or Pilates, that you don't have to go for intensive cardio sessions. You may have financial barriers because you think you'd need a whole lot of equipment, a gym membership or whatnot. And then anyway, you may tell yourself that it's not for you, that you don't have the time or the energy to start a sports activity. On the other hand, you may be one of those people who used to do sports regularly, but either the doctors have advised you to stop, or you are afraid that it will make you too tired, or that you will hurt yourself because you may not be able to control your movement as well. Finally, to make a long story short, you stopped exercising completely. For my part, I practice sports regularly. To tell you the truth, I was not at all an athletic before I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. I first bought a treadmill because I felt more comfortable starting to walk than running slowly while holding onto the bars. And then gradually I started running outside. Today, between running, swimming and biking, I work out between 4 to 6 times a week. I admit that if sport is my best ally in managing my stress, it is very problematic when I get injured and I'm forced to reduce my training or even stop completely for a period of time. Then my mood is at its lowest and I have to look for other solutions to keep stress and worries at bay. But then, you may ask, what is this other quick and cheap solution you want to talk about? Well, it is super simple and within everyone's reach, and it works miracles. It is mainly about doing one thing. Listen carefully to your thoughts and concerns. Listen to the words you use when you talk about yourself, your situation, the disease. Note that I said the disease, not your disease. Because after all, you did not choose it. It is not yours. It's just a disease that you've been diagnosed with. Not who you are, and certainly not something you own. I can already hear the protests and doubts and sarcasm from here. It is completely stupid. As if that would be enough. And yet, let me tell you this, it does work. Do this very simple exercise with me. Imagine a situation, a problem, or challenge that you are facing right now. Let's say you are invited to a party and you really don't want to go. You are tired of the idea alone because you'll have to spend energy getting ready. And then once you get there, you'll have to spend energy participating in the conversation. And then you won't be able to escape when you feel like going home, but have to wait until the end of the meal or until a certain time when you can excuse yourself and leave. And right now, as I'm describing the situation, be honest, you're already getting discouraged and you'd be ready to cancel everything. Really? Now, instead, if you were to tell yourself in your head or out loud, honestly hearing yourself say the words works even better than just thinking them. Now, imagine this. I'm super excited to go to this party. I'm going to have a great time with people I love and who love me. Not to mention, I need to get my mind off of things. And with them, there is always laughter and interesting and fun conversation. And then, when I'm too tired, they'll totally understand if I want to go home, and I'll just have to say that after such a great night, I just need to rest. It is as simple as that. Now, what feeling are you holding back now? Do you still see the almost unsurmountable effort? Or do you have a little smile on your face and joy at the prospect of this excellent evening to come? It is true that meditation and sport activities help to manage stress and improve the fatigue that is so often present when living with multiple sclerosis. However, they are not miracle solutions and even less available or easily practiced at any time of the day or night. Depending on one's physical condition, it is sometimes also complicated to set up and practice regularly. Listening to your thoughts and paying attention to the words you use, on the other hand, can be used at any time, no matter what your state of mind is, where you are, what time it is, or what you are doing. Let me know in the comments what you are thinking or how you plan to put this new life-saving habit into practice. One last thing before you go. If you are ready to find out how a holistic approach can make you gain control of your life and empower you to do more of what you want in life, I have a course that will make you discover why and how to work on your mind, body, and soul to overcome fatigue and thrive in the face of mental and physical challenges. The link is in the description of this video.